way to go on an African safari. We built a personal relationship right away. He's a registered nurse. He's married, has 2 kids. And he asked me what I did. I said, well, I'm an investment advisor and I train investment advisors. He goes, I need your card right away. I mean, I didn't ask for it, but everywhere you go, you want to be able to prospect, okay? Build that personal relationship, okay? 2 things, IBA or BDS. Have you heard of a new revolutionized app that we've created? I didn't create it, but we've created, okay, called bdollarsmart. They're going to tell you no. I said, can you imagine this thing has changed the way people think about money? And this has changed the way people talk about money. And would you be interested in hearing more about it? Get their name and number, guys, okay? It's not that hard, but you've got to learn how to break ground with people on a regular basis. I'm not machine gunning them right away. I'm getting their name and number, and I'm going to talk to them, okay, later on, and I'm going to have either I send it or I'll have somebody in my office send it to them, give them a call and say, hey, remember that app I talked to you about called bdollarsmart? I'm going to send it to you right now. Do you mind going over it? We'll get a time right now to do Zoom right now, or get an appointment to set Zoom or meet in person or whatever, and we'll talk about it. How's that? That's all we're doing, guys, here. Second, present. There's only 2 things you're presenting. You're presenting the recruit or bdollarsmart, okay? I'm always simplifying the process of presenting. Now, I do a little bit more. We do a financial house video, I guess, through the LFIC we send out, or I'm doing the basics of investing with people. Okay, we're doing the basics of investing, either or we're still doing it. So we get some kind of understanding, okay, when they do that bdollarsmart app, they see every alert that they need to go through. And it simplifies the process where I don't have to be going and asking them 1,000 questions. They're answering it right then and there. Okay, closing. Well, there's only 2 things you close. The IBA and bdollarsmart. But you got to get good at the closing process. What changed the game of bdollarsmart is this. You don't have to be the genius and come up and invent your own stuff. It already got the alerts there and it shows you how to respond to them. Okay. And if you're doing that, the responses are simple because guess what? All you're doing is asking a question. You know, Sean's so good at this thing. He asks a question with a question. Okay. And you got to be able to get that done. But in closing, I want you to understand when you're doing bdollarsmart, this is your numbers. These should be your numbers, okay? You should be doing 1 recruit, $2,500 in premium, and $50,000 in investments weekly. That should be your minimum numbers or your minimum goals. If you're closing that, this is what happens at a distress contract. At a distress contract, if you're doing that weekly for 50 months, no overrides, that's over $84,000 a year in income to you on a distress contract. Where else can you go work part-time and make $84,000 a year? Now, if you're serious, that's what you should be focusing on. 1 by $2,500 and $50,000 in investments. Well, Ernie, what if I don't have my securities license? Do 1 by $2,500 a week. That's basically only 3 life apps in a week. Okay, and if you recruit 1 person, right, you're already doing their income protection, and you're and if you're going to build that person, you're going to get their job is to get them 3 teammates immediately. So all of a sudden, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 life apps that you should be writing in a week. Well, Ernie, how do I get that person off to a fast start? Well, your job is to show them the bdollarsmart and ask them how many people you know right now would be interested in setting up their financial game plan by sending them this bdollarsmart app. Guys, we waste so much time, okay? And time's of the essence. And so what we want to do is get that person, that brand new teammate, and get them off to a fast start immediately. And Alice is going to show you how to do that here after I get done here, okay? So if they want to be part-time, this is your goals. This is what you let them know. If you're part-time and all you want to do is make a little $30,000 a year, your job is every month do 2 new teammates, $5,000 in premium, and $50,000 in investments a month. And if you do that, you're making $30,000 a year working basically 10 to 20 hours a month. Would that be of interest to you? If I can show you how to do that, would you be interested in something like that? Okay. Now, how many people do you know right now would be interested in making an extra $2,500 a month on a part-time basis, working 10 to 20 hours a month? Everybody wants to make money, especially in these times right now where people are struggling. Okay. So what I just went over right now, that's no overrides. Once you start focusing, okay, and do it for 90 days, 1 by 2,500 by 50,000, okay? Now, it may not happen every week, but guess what? Focus on it. Get as much as you possibly can done every week. 1 by 2,500, 50,000 in investments. It's going to change your life, but you got to give it 90 days. You got to give it every 90-day spurts. And you can't relax unless you get that done and doing those 90-day spurts, okay? Most people like me, okay, I'm lazy. This is why I came in the business. Primerica is built for lazy people who want to work hard for a short period of time, okay, and have freedom forever, okay? Now, I want Mike Tuttle freedom, okay? I want Rusty Crosland freedom. I want Hector Lamarck freedom. But how do I do that? Well, watch this. I'm not that talented, okay? My father's Mexican-American, my mother's white. I grew up my father's side of the family. I'm fluent in Spanish and English. That's a big benefit. Say, well, Ernie, I don't speak Spanish. Go find someone who does. Teach them this concept, okay? It's all so simple to be able to roll this stuff up, okay? But what I did was this. I wanted to know what wealthy people did different from my family. That's all I wanted to know. And tell people your story. See, I graduated from the University of Arizona with a degree in business economics and finance. I'm not smart. I used to pour concrete for a living. That's how smart I was. I was a concrete finisher, okay? And I love doing what I'm doing, okay? I love doing what I did, but I hated the pay. And I hated waking up early in the morning. And I disliked, okay, getting a dadgum paycheck. Well, watch this. This month, or this year so far, 48 days into the year, they've paid us about $103,000 this year already. I can't even believe it. I'm just beside myself, right? I looked at the numbers this morning, and I don't really pay attention to them. I watch them, but I didn't understand that I made $103,000. $103,000 is $2,145 a day over the last 48 days. To get to $1 million, like George was talking to, is this. You got to make about $2,700 a day. And I said, man, Ernie, you were in San Carlos down in Mexico in your house at the beginning of the year. You went to the leadership in Dallas for a week. Then you went to the Baja Mar. So I'm not how many days. We're probably, let's say 2 weeks out of the last 48 days. And you still made $2,145 a day because of bdollarsmart. Now, a lot of that stuff I didn't do personally. I really don't, like I said, I really don't do the client solutions. I give it away. I'll start everything and I'll do everything, but I want somebody else doing it because I don't want to mess with it. I want them making the money. I override it anyway. I'll give the life app away, okay? But if they're securities licensed, I'll let them do the securities. If not, I'll do the securities. But I want you to understand about duplication. You don't need a whole lot. I want you to understand, if you figure out that you just get 2 to 3, work on 2 to 3 key people in your business right now and have them be as good as you or better on this bdollarsmart system. 2 to 3. The numbers are is this. If you have 2 to 3 people that are good at this thing and they're able to train on this thing and they're able to build this thing, you'll make $250,000 a year. 2 to 3. If they do the 1 by 2,500 and 50,000 a week, that's all you focus on. Now they might not do it right away, but your job is this, the future. Duplicate yourself. If you've got 5 people doing this, you're looking at about $500,000 a year. We just went over the $500,000, and guys, we have like 3 or 4 people doing this thing that are good at it. 3 or 4. Now understand this, is this, you want more freedom? You want more time? Build people, put time into people, duplicate yourself. I know it's a pain in the tail sometimes, but guess what? We already know that 20% of the people do 80% of the work and 80% of the people complain. We already know that. Understand the numbers ain't changing. All you have to focus on is getting a few. Start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have 10 people doing this, you're looking at $1 million a year in income. 10 people in your base shop. Now you're going to start popping RVPs out. And because what you taught now, today, okay, is going to pay off forever. Forever. Yes, it takes discipline and it takes consistency. But I want people to understand this. The last thing I want to do, was do bdollarsmart. The last thing I wanted to do, until Richard Church said, Ernie, get yourself out of the equation and understand that you're here to serve other people and help other people get better. Stop being so dadgum selfish. And I think I was selfish. I think I changed a lot of lives. And don't get frustrated when you see a Jorge Verdugo, or you see me, or you see, I don't know who else, Richard Church, or you see Kevin Zerk, or you see Sean, and they're so dadgum good at this thing. I'm not that good. They're way better than I am. But all I know is this, I'm disciplined and I'm consistent. In spurts, okay? In spurts. We all like to play, okay? We all like to play. Any questions right now from anybody out there? Any questions? Huh? No questions? Wow. So 4 keys that you have to teach: prospecting, presenting, closing, and duplicating. Any questions on that? Anybody out there in bdollarsmart land?
They want your script.
You want your script? Okay, we'll send you a script. Okay, I'll have Allison post it. Okay. Anything else? I want to thank you guys. I love helping people. I love bdollarsmart. It's changed the entire game for us, and I hope it does for you. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of me. My number is 520-312-2565. I promise you I'll return your phone call. And the next person who really, really is good at this thing, okay, I wish I could put them all. I may put Sasha on here a little bit later, but Allison Beck. Can you take it over, Allison?
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me out there?
Yep.
Thanks, Ernie. That was amazing. Do you guys believe I get to walk in every freaking morning and get mentored by this guy? How lucky am I? I can't even tell you how blessed we are here. So I'm going to go over with you all today what to say to people, because it's important what you say, right? So hold on one second. I can't talk and load at the same time. This is how to talk to anybody, find their problems, and solve it. I just learned how to do the spinny thing, so it's going to be a little bit fancy today. Guys, appointments are the only way to make money in Primerica. That's it, until you have a team doing appointments. Recruiting's how you build a team. You need appointments. That's how you recruit, which leads us back to appointments, which starts with names on a list, followed by contacting that names on a list. We talk about it all the time, but let's dig into how to do that. Every week I build a new list, every single week. Like Ernie said, we need to stay in a hot and warm market at all times. If you're in a cold market, you got to get right back into a warm market. So here's just a few ideas. I know everybody's seen the brainstorms. There's all kinds of materials. Revisit old training appointments. Call them back. Hey, we have some new software called bdollarsmart. Have you heard of it? I need to run it on you. Make sure I didn't miss anything last time we spoke. What friends and family members have you not caught up with lately? Call your current clients. I see my current clients every 6 months. Every 6 months, they get a bdollarsmart. I have found more missing business and written more IBAs that way. Former coworkers, who do you know that just got married, just had babies, just had homes, right? There's always an abundance of people. We know so many people. And Ernie was saying this earlier, but I'm going to really break it down for you. It's called form. And it is the way that I break the ice with anybody, whether I know them or I don't know them. And this is something that you guys need to master, and we're going to dig into it. But the F is for family, the O is for occupation, the R is for recreation, M, Ernie says message, I say motivation. It's the same thing. So let's dig into family. If you know them, hey, Ernie, how's your wife doing? Yeah, what are the kids up to? They still playing soccer, right? You still living over there on Main Street? Just have a casual conversation. What the intention is to build relationships, not to sell them something, right? If you don't know them, hey, if you're on the field training appointment, how do you know Ernie? Do you have kids? How old are they? Did you grow up here? Just start asking them questions until you can find something to relate to. We're going to dig into that in a minute. Are your parents here? Oh, we're going to dig into it now. So find commonalities. If you're on a field training appointment, also make sure you always talk up your recruit. Okay. Oh, my Ernie is a superstar. I cannot wait to show you what he's learning. And relate to them. Hey, you have girls. I'm a girl mom too. You lived in Pennsylvania. I went to Penn State. Go Nittany Lions. I don't even know what a Nittany Lion is, but I did go to Penn State, right? Build relationships. Keep it light. Make them laugh. Find something real that you can relate to so that you can start building. Occupation. This is my favorite one, and I learned this from Richard Church. What do you do for a living? What do you like about it? Okay, so I work at Whole Foods. I like helping people. I like working on a team. Okay, great, Ernie, what do you not like about it? Well, I don't like being away from my family and I don't get paid well. So if I can show you how to help people working on a team from home and you could write your own paycheck, you would want to hear about that, wouldn't you? And then I always tell them we'll circle back to that. So I'm planting seeds as we go. So then when we get to the increase my income, I'm not all of a sudden surprising them with the opportunity, right? We've got to, otherwise it's a weird conversation. This is the most important one. So if I can show them whatever they like about what they're doing now and do it without whatever they dislike, you'd want to hear about that, wouldn't you? Everybody would want to hear about that. It's always a yes. Okay. Recreation. What do you like to do on your time off? When's the last time you got to do it? Right? Almost always now. Let's say I like to go camping. When's the last time you got to do it? Oh gosh, I haven't been able to do it since last summer. So, hey, Ernie, remind me when we're done to show you a way where you could be able to go camping more often. Right? So I'm planting seeds. And this is all in the intro before we start the bdollarsmart. And then motivation, this is very important. Motivation is their why. So if money and time weren't a deterrent, what would your life look like now? Do you have a service project that you would fund if you have unlimited resources? I have found that by telling people some of the service projects I want to do is that the people I wind up attracting to our team are in alignment with that. They all have similar values. It's crazy once you start talking about things like that, how many people want to do the same thing and help people. If you could create a life for your kids, what would it look like? If they have kids, guys, almost always that's going to be their why. Learn to stop talking and listen. If you hear nothing else from me, guys, people are going to tell you exactly what they need if you just stop talking and listen. So again, the intro script does this for you. All you need to do is follow the scripts. Keep asking questions until you find their pain. I don't care who they are. Nobody has too much time or too much money. They may have one or the other, but they don't have both unless they're Ernie or Mike Tuttle, right? Nobody has both. Keep asking. That's why we're getting six-figure year income earners who are coming into Primerica and blowing it up because they're making $350,000 a year, but they can't see their families, right? We offer both to the people who are willing to put the work in for a short amount of time. So the solution to every problem they have is always bdollarsmart, always. And these are the scripts. I'm not making these up. You guys have all seen these. This is right on BDollar Assist. So have you ever heard of some technology called bdollarsmart? That's it. Read the scripts. So the scripts were written with the psychology of marketing. So I don't know if you all know this, but I have a degree I always say I have an art degree. It's actually in marketing and a learning disability in math. And I could do this. Anybody could do this. These scripts were written by people who are a lot smarter than us and a lot better at closing business. I am not great at closing business, but I can read. Don't reinvent them. Even the littlest thing I've heard people say at the end, let's say in the will alert, at the end it says, is that something you would for sure do? I've heard people change it to, would you do that? That doesn't work. It's written for a reason. Don't deviate from it. If you aren't closing business and you're using bdollarsmart, it's a you problem. I'm sorry to say that, but there's nothing wrong with bdollarsmart. It works. So what you need to do, practice until you can recite everything from memory. And I think that's where a big disconnect is. Ernie, Sasha, Brian, and I all had to memorize the scripts and test out on them. And because of that, we can recite them. You need to go practice in the mirror until your kids are sick of hearing it. Your dog is ready to pull its hair out. Keep practicing over and over and over again so that it sounds like second nature and not robotic. Read with confidence. Like I said with the PLPP script, right? There's a huge difference between saying, hey, is that something you would for sure do? Or is that something you would do maybe, right? Be confident. You are the advisor. Articulate and close. Now, this is like going to the doctor. bdollarsmart is the lab results. So let's say you go to the doctor, you get a blood test, bdollarsmart's the lab results. We're the doctor reading them back. Does the doctor get emotional and nervous if they tell you that you need to get penicillin? No. They're diagnose the problem. They tell you what they need. They say it with confidence and they say it assuming you're going to do it because you want to do what's right for you to keep yourself healthy. It's the exact same thing. And make sure you're an advisor, not a salesperson. Don't worry about the sales. They'll fall into place. Our job is to change people's lives, to teach them how to be financially independent, and to give them a chance that most people won't give them. If I walked into Merrill Lynch today with $100 in my pocket and said, I wanted to start a Roth IRA, you think they would see me? No, they're not going to make any money. We are the only chance that people have. And it's really important that we don't blow that because we're nervous about saying the right thing. And remember, you are a recruiter with a Fortune 1000 company. That's powerful. They need you. We don't need them. All right. Any questions on that? I don't know if I can see questions, so Tony will have to unmute. Okay. So next up, I'm going to introduce you to April Macias. I got to get her stats. She just got her. Can we co-host April? Thank you. So April has been here exactly 27 days. April has sprinted to district. She is now, she's sitting on a $650 bonus, which is about to get a lot bigger because she's finishing her cram course this weekend. And we're about to get her the rest of the premium she needs for that extra $500 bonus. She's been here, what did I say, 27 days, took her 15 to sprint to district. She's at 4 by 3,200 personal. Her team is at 7. And she is already a master copy, which is why she's so successful. So April,
Hey,
good
hey.
morning. Thanks for
Good
joining us.
morning.
tell us, babe, what did you do before you came to Primerica?
Well, so long-term job, I've been a pure romance consultant. This month is my 7th year in business, and I love what I do for them and with them. I love that business, that whole community. But about 2 years ago, I put my mindset on being a multiple streams of income, not just one, but multiple. And because I heard the average millionaire has 6 streams of income. So I'm on 6 right now, 7. So I'm super excited. So that's what I kind of did, was building an empire. And I love this. I love Primerica. Like, I love that it's in that bunch, because my focus is going to be pure romance. I'm always going to be for life, and then Primerica. And I love that they blend well, but they definitely don't clash.
They do. And so, guys, when you're looking for somebody, you want that mindset. You want an entrepreneurial mindset. She is perfect. 7 people in 27 days. That's incredible. So I was going to ask you what you liked, but you already told me. So yesterday, April, we had a bdollarsmart appointment. I had you read the will script to your client. I don't even know if you've even seen it before. How'd that go for you?
That was super easy. It just, the whole concept of a script, I was able to read it while I was reading it and kind of change it to my own vocabulary, so it didn't sound like I was reading something. I'm pretty sure they figured out I was reading something, but I know it was only my 2nd time, and I know, like, doing it just a few more times, I'll just have to like glance at it, and I'll be able to like put out my own spiel on it, my own script.
Yeah, she did it like a pro. She closed a will, and then we were short on time yesterday, so we skipped right down to the increase my income alert. So can you tell everyone how that went?
It went great. Adriana used to be a team member on my pure romance team, and I know her life situation, and she's super excited. I think anybody, like, it went super easy. She had no problem saying yes and to every question, like, is that something you would do? Or scale 1 to 10, I'm a 10. Like, it was, yeah, just because she wanted to invest in herself and have financial freedom. And I knew that about her.
Yeah. So, and we did write the IBA at the kitchen table yesterday. So great job, April. I am so gosh darn proud of you. You all want to go see her at the Texas convention. If you're going to be in Texas, she's going to be walking across stage. That's our goal. Right. All right, Ernie, I'm going to hand it back to you. Thanks for having us, guys.
Wow, what a great train, everybody. It was fantastic.
Who's that?
So proud of everyone. Ernie, close us out. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, oh, sorry, Tony. So, isn't she amazing? But I'm going to tell you, she wasn't that amazing until bdollarsmart came. I'm going to tell you that right now. She's just a master copy. You heard master copy, right? You heard master copy. So I'm getting bombarded by cold market. And I'll help you out with that, guys. But I want you to understand is that what's a master copy? Well, if you're going to do bdollarsmart, own the dadgum products. I own everything except for senior health because I don't qualify yet. But in 2 more years, when I turn 65, guess what I'm doing? I'm getting senior health. Okay. Because what Primerica does is this. Primerica brings, and bdollarsmart brings, everything to the forefront for you to be able to close business. Okay. Go put up the show. I'm going to share the screen with you right now. Okay. This is Sasha helping me out. She's our computer whiz, and you've heard of Sasha before, and she's just a superstar. But oops.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So what company are you in? Well, it's easy to be in Primerica Financial Services, doing the life insurance and investments and debt management, and legal protection and long-term care and auto and home and college plans and home automations and variable annuities and fixed index annuities. That's great. Okay. You want to be able to get good at stuff, not all this stuff, get good at some of it. Okay. But I own every single product here. Okay. We try to let people know, be a master copy. Everybody needs, I'm sorry, I don't own long-term care. Sorry, forgot about that one. I don't own long-term care. The reason being is because I'm not old enough yet, or I guess I'm old enough yet, but I don't want to get it because I have Primerica as my long-term care provider. Everybody get that? I have Primerica as my long-term care provider, so I don't need long-term care. You know why? Because you want to get on the right-hand side of Primerica, prospecting daily. Now, people say, well, Ernie, do I have to go out there and prospect? Yes, you got to go prospect. How do I prospect? Get 10 numbers a day, not 10 names a day, 10 names and numbers a day. I proved this a long time ago. I had a gentleman from the Air Force. He goes, Ernie, how do you get 10 numbers a day? After a Saturday training, which I didn't want to do, I went with him. We went to the mall, Tucson Mall, right down the street over here, and I got 10 numbers in less than an hour. He goes, well, that's amazing. But you see, guys, professionals get paid, amateurs get exercise. Professionals get paid, amateurs get exercise. You know, I had one of my licensed teammates. He's a Philadelphia Beagle fan, and I'm sorry for the Beagles. They lost. But I called him up. Okay. I called him up and I said, Renee, I said, I got to tell you something. He says, are you congratulating because my team won? I said, I didn't know you're part owner of the Eagles, right? When did you start becoming part owner of the Eagles? He goes, well, I mean, you know, the Eagles won. Are you calling me because of that? I said, no, Renee, I'm calling you because of bdollarsmart. You all have reps, recruits, former people, former contacts. You know, get yourself out of that cold market if you don't have to, but prospect as you go and find names and numbers. Let me tell you something. If you ain't calling your teammates, if you're building a business, okay? If you ain't calling your teammates every single day, I used to do this 24/7. Hey, Renee, this is Ernie Escarce. He's at work. Hey, how you doing? They all want to take a phone call from work. I said, hey, how was your weekend, dude? Man, mine was incredible. I can't even tell you how, well, it was incredible, but it may not have been incredible. I don't know. I can't remember because I don't remember the broke times. I just remember the money times. It was incredible. Hey, what you got going this week? What you got going this week? What you got going this week? Now, I know people don't answer the damn phone, so text them. Hey, I can't believe, hey, how was your weekend? We had an incredible weekend. Man, hey, what you got going this week? Who do you got right now in the pipeline that we can go see this week? This is building your business. Prospecting daily through other people. Bill Arender talks about it. Everybody talks about it. Build 4D, build 4D, build 4D. Well, Renee came to me from a guy that I met going out. His name was Bert Soto. He was a manager, okay, at IT&T Financial Services. Then I met Bert through another guy called Jesse Lares, and I met Jesse through another person. So understand is not only do I build 4 deep, I keep on building 4 deep down low. Go farther down if you can. If you're doing not meeting or business orientation, we call it a financial wealth seminar. Okay, and we always show bdollarsmart in there and how simplified it is. Bring guests to the op meeting. Bring guests. Now, how many should you bring? 10. Well, Ernie, what if I can't get 10? Focus on 10. So you want the opportunity meeting, what that does is, or the financial wealth seminar, what that does is this. This allows you to collapse timeframes if you're part-time. Collapse timeframes. That way you don't have to be going and seeing 10 appointments during that week. You got 10 people there sitting there watching your vice president or, I mean, I would love to see Tony in action. Tony, I need to get you down here and see you action. I didn't even know that you did training for Bill Arender. And I'm thinking, man, we got to get her on to do some training for us, okay? But you know, I just love your attitude. I love the way you look, the way you smile. Man, I want to get people in front of you. I want to get people in front of Allison. I want to get people in front of Sasha. And, okay, if you get 10, understand the numbers. 3 are probably going to come to work. 3 are probably going to do business. And the other 4, stop begging them. Just keep on following up. Keep on following up. Man, you can't believe it. Remember the guy remember that young lady, Allison, who showed up at the out meeting the same time you did? Man, she's already a regional leader. She's about ready to go to sell the dadgum sizzle. Sell the excitement. Okay? Pump people up. Push people up. Stop. Okay? I'm so excited, man. You can't believe it. She's about ready to go to vice president. Also, people always ask you, well, how much you making, Ernie? Well, when I got in this business, I was making nothing. But I always told people I'm on track. I'm on track to make 50,000. Listen to the verbiage. I'm on track to make 50,000. I'm on track to make 100,000. See, I hope all of you are on track to make $50,000 or $100,000. You know what I tell people? I told people when bdollarsmart came, I'm on track to make $500,000. Guess what happened, Tony? We broke over $500,000 because I believe it. I tell you, but you tell it to people long enough, you're going to start believing it. Now, guess what we tell people? I'm on track to make $1 million. I'm on track. Our goal is to make 100,000 a month by the time I'm 65 years of age. So, Ernie, what took you so long? I didn't have bdollarsmart. Okay, recruiting. Okay, recruiting. Understand this is double digit, DDR, and then you got to get DDL, double digit licensing. We just had a young lady right now, Beverly Thompson Tuttle, maybe related to Mike Tuttle, just passed her test at 8 o'clock this morning. I can't even believe it. I was so damn excited, man. I can't even believe it. Double digit licenses, double digit codes. Why are the Naranjos growing so fast? Because of codes. Because of codes. And now double digit securities licenses. We had, how many people we had?
13
We had 13 people in the securities training room to get their licenses here on when?
on Wednesday.
And guess who was not here? Moi. I was not here. I couldn't even believe it. I didn't even know it got set up. All I know is this. When you find good people and they're serious people, they're going to kick this thing in the tail. Duplicate yourself. We already talked about that. License, we already talked about that. Promotions and motions, promotions and motions, promotions and motions, promotions and motion. You got to get people focused on getting their next promotion. If they stop showing up, if they're not around, if they don't, whatever, if they tell you that the dog got the cat pregnant, I don't know, okay, that people, everybody has an excuse, okay, but guess what? You can either make excuses or make money in this business, but you want to get people promoted. First step to district as soon as possible. Next, our entire focus right now is getting people licensed, trained, promoted, and getting to vice president. Opening up offices. I already told Allison, I said, Allison, when you get to vice president here, and we're praying in the next couple of months, praying. Tony, I'm praying. She's going to run circles around people. You watch how fast her income grows. You watch how fast her business grows. Because she ain't going out weak. She's going out fairly strong. Okay, but guess what? I promised her, I said, Allison, you're going to be able to build strength from within and forever. Okay. And you want to be able to enjoy freedom because she has a lot of goals and dreams and whys that she wants to be able to do. I tell Sasha the same thing. They hear this stuff from me. I've never had two women that I've coached who are so, how do I want to say this? Their intestinal fortitude is pretty tough to be hanging around me. Now, I'm a softie sometimes, but man, they are tough as nails. And we love you guys. Tony, thank you so much. We hope people learn something. You know how to get a hold of me. If you want scripts or if you want guidance or you want training, call me, guys. I'll take your phone call. I have a great, strong weekend, strong close a month, and we'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too
Crowded.
Recording stopped.
Drop the mic and drop the mic. We're all good, you guys. Take care. Awesome job. Awesome, you guys. Congratulations, Ernie, on being #1 in Baja Mar.